That's how you kind of get a well-trained dog without even really trying, is take advantage of the good things they do. We tend to get into especially when we have young dogs who are kind of a handful, we get into this thing where we're raining down no's on the dog all day long, right? No, don't do that. No, stop that. No, 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 no. We got to counter that by telling them when they're doing the right thing, right? We got to show them if that's not what we want, what do we want? Show the right behavior to them and reward it. Then that makes the decision for them easier in the future, right? That last time I did that, it didn't work out too well for me. But when I did that, I got food. With repetition, that's how we build that, right? So, yes. Just the fact that he's not even looking at me, but he's moving into the leash. When he, yes, yes, good boy. Want some? No? Okay, no problem. Yes. So see how little pressure I'm putting on, right? I'm not yanking the dog. I'm not pulling the dog. I'm just waiting for them to respond to the pressure. And when they do, I take off the pressure and mark and reward. Dogs don't learn from pressure. That's compulsion training, which is the old school way, which is how I learned to do it, where you make your dog do this, you make your dog do that. You really kind of force the situation until it becomes habit. It works, but nobody has any fun doing it. Compulsion is used when the dog knows what he should be doing and chooses to ignore you. That's when you can apply an appropriate timely correction, meaning a leash pop or something like that, where, hey, knock it off. But in the beginning, it's not fair to correct a dog for something he does not know. If I'm teaching you a new language and you go, what? And I go, smack, that doesn't help you learn that new language any better, right? So, if I explain it maybe in a different way, then you might get that a little easier. So we do use the pressure, but it's the release of the pressure that teaches the dog when they did the right thing. So if I walk with him and then I make a little turn, I want him on my left, he's going to run into the end of the leash and then want to catch up with me. Now again, he's really distracted, but that's okay. I knew this is kind of, normally I work with dogs one-on-one. Maybe, and sometimes I ask the owner to leave. If it's a really kind of a serious case, I want the dog one-on-one with me, so it's like, dude, come on. But in a highly distracting environment like this, we take what we can get. He's scared, that's okay. Has he ever been to a seminar before? No. All right, good. So what we're going to do then is teach the dog that when he hits the end of the leash to come back to us. Yes. Yes. And we start in our living room, guys. This is a living room drill. Don't do this out in the real world on your walk. Teach what you want in the living room calmly. And then we do different levels of distraction. We get what we want in the lowest level of distraction possible. Then we go up to maybe the driveway, where, hey, we're outside, there's birds, there's smells, there's sounds, but now he's going to revert a little bit from where he was inside. But now you only have to coach him up a little bit to get him to where he was in the where he was inside now in the driveway. Then we can do it maybe, hey, let's go to the park and we're going to do the same drill, and he'll revert. But now all I have to do is coach him up that much because he fell off from where he was in the driveway. And then pretty soon he'll figure out, oh, wherever we are, I have to do this. Got it. And that's how you see the well-behaved dog walking through Lowe's and Home Depot and laying on the bar patio, where people are having their sandwiches and the dog is just chilling. That's because that dog understands this is what I'm supposed to be doing right now. And that is obtainable with any dog. It just takes time, effort, skill. So a little pressure on him. Yes, good boy. So he's not interested in food. He's not really interested in me, but he's understanding the leash pressure right now. Ready? Yes, good boy. Go ahead and take him back. Do a little bit of pressure drill with him. Sir, what's your dog's name?
Ollie.
Ollie? How's he doing? You got a slip lead on him?
I just made mine into
Okay, that's fine. That's great. And how's he doing with leash pressure? Okay, good. Ollie boy. Yeah, okay. Hey, buddy. And we'll get him here in a minute too. Ready? Ready? Yes. Yes. Good boy. What a face. What a face. That's a new one. So that treat is just dried beef that I make at home. It's a little bit cheaper. Yes, good boy. So see that little step I got out of him? That's all I'm looking for right now, is just that step. And then he's sniffing, he's doing all that. That's fine, that's dog stuff. Good boy. And then I want it to be kind of a happy experience for him, okay? So I want the step towards me. See, gentle pressure. Yes, good boy. Take the pressure off as soon as he moves towards me. And then he can jump and he can be a dog. We're training dogs, not robots, right? We can do all of this. Ready? Yes, good boy. Now we're gonna give you, after we get these dogs to understand to give the leash pressure, this is probably day one, okay? It should only take about a day, guys, to have the dog really understand that. Then we're gonna work on how to really leverage that and turn that into a calm, polite walk like we're starting to see already. So go ahead and take him. And if you'd like, here, you can have an actual slip lead. These are being donated by Chris, so yes. Go ahead, name again? Enzo. Gosh.
The art of racing in the rain.
Exactly.
Enzo Ferrari.
You are 1,000 miles an hour, aren't you?
You and Eddie, buddy.
Okay.
Come here, buddy.
Enzo, buddy. Enzo, pal. I know, that's your brother. He's all the way over there. I know. What do you think? What do you think? Good boy. Okay. So, same thing. One thing you'll learn about dog training is that these drills are, there's my ride. It can get tedious because we're going to be doing a lot of repetitions of the same little thing. When you're at home, just do 5 to 10 minutes at a time, and then stop. I'd rather have you do 5 to say 10 minutes 3 times a day than one 30-minute session. Couple reasons. One, the dog is going to understand it better. Multiple short sessions add up to quicker results than one long session does, right? The other reason is for you as the handler learning new skills that we're going to get into. For 10 minutes, you can be sharp. You're on your game. You're remembering what you should be doing. By the end of 30 minutes, you're falling apart, right? And you're getting tired, bored, frustrated. But you're going to be sharp for 10 minutes 3 times a day, and that's going to translate to your dog a lot faster, right? The longest your dog will ever be in training is with a trainer, with an hour you're going to spend with me. But it's the multiple repetitions that help keep it fresh for you, keep it fresh for the dog. And so we're going to do the same thing with Enzo here. He's really interested in Mama over there. Come on. Okay, ready? You have no interest in me, do you? No interest. Ready? I'm going to put just a little more. I'm using a little more pressure because he's a big dog. But all right, yes, I'll take that. That was a backup. Good boy. We usually don't teach backups on the first day, but hey, I'll take it. That's more in the advanced class for competitive obedience, but hey. But now look, I don't want, he doesn't want to face me. It's okay. I can get a sidestep out of him. Yes. Good boy. And again, this is going to work better with the owners than it is with me. Usually by the 3rd or 4th lesson, the dog's pretty happy to see me. First lesson, they're like flipping me off going, you've ruined my whole life. I used to run this house. And now I don't. Back. Yeah. Well, there's that. Okay, so once your dog is reliably giving into leash pressures, here's step 2, okay, is we're going to do kind of a box pattern in our yard or in our living room, okay, kitchen, wherever you've got space. We don't need a lot of room. We just need to take 3 to 4 to 10 steps. And I'm going to turn. The dog should follow me, right? I'm the walker. I'm walking the dog, not the other way around. So there are a couple reasons we don't want a dog out in front of us. One is they're scanning, they're on alert, they're looking for stuff. Most of it's trouble, right? And sometimes they're actually doing it to protect you. They think it's their job to protect you. So that's kind of a stressful situation for them to be in if you think about it. So if we're going to take a trip somewhere that we've never been, right? And we're going to take 2 different cars. Neither of us have been there before. Road trip. Going to take 2 days. I'm in the lead car. I gotta worry about our route, where we're gonna stop for gas, where are we getting food, what exit do I take? Should we take the outer loop around that city or should we cut through it? That's pretty stressful. You guys are in the follow car, you're going, I'm just going where that guy's going. Right? You're not worried. So if we put the dog in follow mode, he relaxes and then he looks to us for that leadership and guidance that we need to do more advanced stuff. So when the dog gets in front of us, okay, here's your first leash handling drill. First of all, do not put your wrist through the loop. Do not do this, especially with a bigger dog. Little dogs, you can do whatever you want. You need to be able to disconnect from your dog if something goes wrong, okay? I can always regroup and collect my dog if something goes wrong, but I've met and heard from many people who could not disconnect from their dog, get pulled down, break arms, elbows, dislocate shoulders, all kinds of bad stuff can happen. I'd rather have you lose the dog for 5 minutes than go to the hospital for 3 weeks. What you do is you put your thumb through it like this. The crotch of your thumb is a very strong joint, and if your dog starts to get away from you, you can brace it against your chest, step into it, and you can take a pretty sizable hit, okay? And I'm not saying that should happen, but I'm saying if it does, that's far better than you being connected to your dog and not being able to get undone, okay? The other thing is, if you need to disconnect, it's that simple to do, right? It's not a big deal. That's just the emergency case, right? The whole idea is we're gonna prevent that. But I like a two-handed grip. So this is my anchor hand, this is my communication hand. So I'm gonna be communicating with the dog through my left hand. Hey Enzo, come here. Come on, Bubba. Let's go, good boy. So if this is loose, he's doing the right thing. So there's no pressure on him right now. I'm gonna ask him to come back here, good boy. Yes, good boy. Good boy. Now, what I see a lot of times is people, when their dog is next to them, they're still holding him there. Like, because they're afraid, if I take this pressure off, he's gone. Well, no, I want him to do this. So that when there's no pressure is when he knows he's doing the right thing. So he gets away from me, I'm gonna gently guide him back. As soon as he got back, I take off the pressure. No pressure means right, good thing. Hey buddy, you want some food? Are you food motivated? Hey. Good boy. Okay. All right. When your dog starts to get in front of you, you let go with this hand. You give him all the slack in the line because he's going to run into it. Instead of trying to hold him back, which is what we tend to do with a pulling dog, let him and then pull him and go. And I'm just going to walk. I'm not waiting for him. It's my dog. It's my walk. I'm gonna get him away from you a little bit. He goes out in front. It's okay. I'm gonna turn. Hey. All right. Good boy. See, he's running into the line. That's his fault. I'm not doing that to him. I'm letting him do it. Come here, what's wrong with you? Go this way. Come on. Hey, Enzo. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. Nope. Good boy. So small steps here, guys. All right. Easy. 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 No, don't do that. Stand over there. So what were you? All that does is entice him, right? So what we don't want is I'm a distraction. Okay, so we're gonna give him a break. Let me take him again. All right, come here, Bo. What the deal is if the dog gets in front, let me go over here, and then I'm gonna walk towards where he wants to go. Come here. You let go with this hand, turn and go. Let's go. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Ow. All right. He wants to go. Turn. We're going this way. He's running into the end of the leash himself. I just decided to turn. What happens with practice is he figures out if I pay attention, that doesn't happen. And then when he gets closer to me and I turn off the pressure, but then there's pressure over there. So don't wait for him when you do your turn. Pretend there's not a dog there. You just go. That's why I give him slack, because that's going to increase that pop. It's self-imposed. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay, I'll set him up to fail right now. I'm going this way. Good boy. Now, give him some rewards when he catches up to you. You did good. All right, come on. Let's go. Let's set him up to fail again, because he's going to want to go over there, right? I'm going this way. Yes, good boy. See, now he caught up to me. So what you're going to do is drop the leash, turn 180 degrees, walk, pretend the dog's not there. You'll feel the hit. As soon as you feel the slack come into this, that's him catching up to you, mark it. Yes, good boy. Let him know that's what you wanted. So it's cut and dry, black and white. What I don't want is you away from me. What I do want is you next to me. He will then make the choice to do that. And if every time he gets in front of you, and by in front of you, I mean at head's length, at this level, you're doing a 180 degree turn and leaving, he's going to eventually go, you know, maybe if I pay attention, that won't happen. Maybe if I pay attention to that leg, this crazy person, if when they turn, I'll be ready for it. And there will be a time probably on your second or third day or third time doing it, you're going to drop the leash to turn. The leash never gets tight. He's going to turn with you. Is it going to be a perfect competition focused heel? No, we don't need that. I just want a dog that's under control. And you'll be waiting for that pop from him running into the end of the leash, and it won't come because he's already figured out the game. Uh-oh, she dropped the leash. I better turn. That's the first step now to that dog focusing on you, to where you never have to cue it. He's going to be focused on your leg. When you start to move, he's going to move with you. Another good tip, guys, is when you take your first step, start with your left leg. Your first step should be with your left leg. That is their visual cue that you're about to start moving. So you could tie a word to it, heel, let's go, whatever you want. But dogs are visual creatures. You know how good dogs are with hand signals. They read body language way better than our voice. So left leg means we're moving, we're going. If you get into more advanced training with me, a right leg start means something completely different to the dog. So we want to be consistent with left leg starts. You won't even have to say anything after a few times. You just start moving with your left leg, dog's just going to automatically follow you. When they get in front, that's why we use the two-handed grip. They get in front, I drop it, I turn, and I'm leaving. It's up to the dog to catch up, right? He's starting to get it. He's still, now this is hard because they're, not only are they brothers, they're literally brothers, they're litter mates. So they are really bonded, okay? I asked, when she told me that, I said, yes, please come, because I want a dog that I know is going to be difficult, right? Because if I can get something coming out of a dog like this, Sophie's going to be a rock star. What's her name? Dudley. He's going to be a rock star. He's got a bit of energy, right? But you see how this is going to work for him too, okay? It's just let him get ahead. You're going the other way. He's going to go, where the hell did she go? All right, and then it's up. Then he's going to be wanting to follow us. This is how we get the dog into follow mode. Super important, especially with larger, powerful dogs. He's what, 30 pounds? 25?
No, he's 13.
Is he really? Wow, okay. So he could pull you down easily. Doesn't look like that big of a dog, but he could pull her down. Yeah, I'll take her. But also notice now that he's sitting and calming down a little bit, right? What am I doing? I'm not holding him here. This whole time I have had no pressure on this leash. It's super hard for us sometimes because we're so used to having our dog misbehave to hold him in this position. When he's not doing anything wrong, I want him to feel like he's not on a leash at all. This is what he should be doing. Now, if he starts to move, what am I going to do? I'm going to go the other way. I'm not going to say anything. I'm not going to say no. No is probably the least important word that we have. Well, the problem is we've made it meaningless by showering it down on him so many times with no ramifications to it. You tell your dog no, and then nothing bad happens. Why should they ever listen to you? So, no comes way, way, way later in training. When we use marker training, yes is the most important one because it tells them they did something right, especially once they really understand the word. Then we have what's called a continuation marker. I use the word good. I don't use good for my first mark because we've already worn out good, right? Good boy, good girl, right? But the reason I use it for a continuation marker is that they already have a positive association with that word. So the word good already means something pretty positive in their life.